So hi everyone, welcome to the third session in the device simulator express topic. Um, so last 2 weeks or on our last two sessions where we already discussed about the device simulator express. I already give you two activities to work on. For today, we'll continue with this topic, but this time we'll move on to the next simulator, which is the BBC microbit. So for that one, I need to check, or we'll go to the resources under the microbit simulator, and then here there's a link for the MicroPython documentation. So if you click on that one, it should open to you this page, which is the documentation of the MicroPython library. So here you will see lots of examples, implementations, and explanations, but I won't be tackling all of them. So I will leave it to you to check this documentation and to explore more on this one. For us today, I will just show you an example on how can we, like this one, display text to scroll it in the 5x5 LEDs. So for this example, we have here the word or the text hello world that being scrolled from right to left. So as you can see, the hello world is showing on the screen. So the way it was implemented is, first you import from the microbit library, you import all of the methods or functions or under that microbit, and then next it will just display and then scroll the text hello world. So using the display or the LED displays, and then with the it will scroll through the text hello world. So that is basically how you're going to scroll through some text. The next example would be, and how can we display some images. So for this example, just display an image of a happy face. You see the eyes, and then this is the mouth that's smiling. So the code for that one is just display that show, and then you call the image that happy image. That's built-in images, and there are lots of other built-in images that you can use in this in displaying something on the 5x5 LED. So here, these are the different examples, but so it's up to you to explore them, to check what are the expected output for this one. But aside from that, also there's a way for you to create your own images. Like for this example, he defines a variable boat and declare it to be an image with the following values: the 05050 for the 3 rows, and then 5 nines, and then the 09990, and then in the end it will just display and then show the boat image. So that's how basically you try to create your own image. So now in my project, I already have several examples here that you can use. By the way, you can access this code. You go to my repository. And check on the examples here. I have the bit sample.py. So you can click this one, and then here you will see the code. So I would suggest that to prevent some issues or concerns or errors, I would suggest to you that you can just copy all this code, just copy them, and then put them or add them into your project. So here you can see in my end, I already have it here. So just to demonstrate what are the expected outputs, okay, I'll comment it out. And for the first line, I have the hello world. So Okay, so now it scrolls the text hello world from right to left, and then if you notice that I put them under a while true, so it is expected to be um, repeated um, indefinitely. So that's how we display the hello world text. And the next example is on displaying the image that happy. So I run this. Okay, so you'll see the image. So we have the eyes and then we have the mouth that's smiling. So that's how you try to display an image. And then we want to create our own image. So this is the example for the boat. So we'll just press the we run it. So we have now the boat image. Okay, notice that this part here is not very bright compared to the ones here, because you see the code we have here on the first row, we have 05050, which means the 0 is to turn it off while the 5 is to turn it a bit, while the 9 here for the fourth row, for example, you can see that it brights up because the value 0 will turn it off and the value of 9 will light it up with full brightness, while the value of 5 somewhere in the middle, so we could say maybe 50% brightness or less, something like that. So you can also set the brightness of the image. And then for the next example, we have the built-in images for all arrows. So if we run this code, you'll notice that it will display several arrow images. So for the image that all arrows, there are 8 images for that one. So you can see that it is changing among the 8 images. Also in the code, it's defined that it is set, the loop is set to be true. That means we will repeat it, and then lastly we set some delay, which is 100 or 1000 or 1 second. That means each image will be displayed for 1 second before it moves to the next one. So, and then for the next the last example we have here, I would like to, I call it that because I want to display a single LED, or I want to light up a single LED among them. So if I run it, okay, you'll see that the top left LED is is currently on, while the rest are off. So this will be how you're going to control. You have the option to control it one by one, or whatever means you would like to use the LED. For the next video, I will show you the demo on what will be the activities that you're going to implement for this session. So this will be the expected output that I will require you to do for the first activity. So when I run this, so you should see it lights up starting from the top left, and then it moves on the next LED, and once it's done here, it moves to the next row, and it moves it one by one, and then once it's done the last one, it will move again on the first one. So the LED will light up one by one with the interval of 1 second per each LED. So this is just the output that I will require you to implement for this activity. This will be the expected output that I will require you for the next activity for the BBC microbit. So if I will run this, okay, so you should see that it will start from the top left, and then once it reaches this part, it will move down, and then to the left, and here, but it will stop here and then we'll move in that direction. So you notice the pattern that it's like going into a spiral until it reaches the center LED. So okay, so there, and then down, then left, up, and then to the center, and then moves back to the top left. So this is the output that I will require you to have for the for this activity, for the second activity, for the BBC microbit.